Hi athletes! Lee University is committed to ensuring all individuals on campus, our students, faculty, and staff, and even you, our athletes, are treated fairly and equally. As educators, we hold the responsibility to offer you a safe place to study and live. In addition to offering a secure campus to complete your educational studies, as the Title IX coordinator, I hold a unique responsibility to educate all students on Title IX policies and procedures. In recent months, social media came alive with references to Title IX through such movements as Me Too and Time's Up. But what is Title IX anyways? And why is it so important? Title IX has been around for decades. For all you history buffs out there, Title IX was actually born in 1972. That's longer than you and I have even been alive. With such a long-standing history, even the Cliff Notes version of Title IX would bore us all to sleep. We could go back in time to begin to do this subject some justice, but somewhere around, say, maybe 1979, you would just tune me out and the facts would be just that, facts. Don't get me wrong, there is a time and a place for historical overviews, but historical facts don't necessarily equip you to take action. So let's fast forward to 2018, today even. How would we define Title IX in 2018? Simply put, access. Title IX equals access. Now, my equation is nothing like the equations that you face in elementary algebra, but we still need to solve it. To define Title IX, we will need to define access. So I look to the dictionary. And access can be summarized as freedom or ability to obtain or make use of something. You can kind of think of access as when you slide your credit card into the ATM machine and punch in your PIN number. That action allows you access to review your bank account, and if you want to even withdraw cash, that is if there's any cash in there. That is access. When we apply this definition to a college campus, specifically Lee, it means you have the freedom to make use of our educational programs and facilities. When faced with filtering situations presented to me as the Title IX coordinator, I am constantly applying this definition of access and ask myself, did or does this situation hinder, limit, prevent, or otherwise interfere with a student's access to their education? Title IX equals access. What Title IX seeks to provide, even from its humble beginnings, is access. Now that we have identified what Title IX is, we can explain how it applies. Title IX demands access to a safe and welcoming environment to pursue an education. An education which is supplemented by athletics, clubs, sororities, formals, community service, and a host of other events and commitments. An education which requires safe dormitories, cafeterias, recreation spaces, and classrooms. All of these aspects of college life involve access. However, students who are not treated fairly and equally lose their access. Individuals on a university campus can be treated unfairly or unequally by a school's athletic programs, recruitment efforts, admissions, financial aid, scholarship packages, course offerings, course access, residential facilities, counseling, hiring methods, retention endeavors, or even through one's benefit and leave plans if you're an employee of the university. In addition to all of these items, Title IX also protects those on a school campus from sexual harassment, sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, stalking, and sex and gender discrimination. No one individual is immune to becoming the recipient of unfair or unequal actions or the contributor of these actions. Students, faculty, staff, and athletes all find themselves in these types of situations. So how can we work together to restore access to those who find themselves on the receiving end of these inequitable situations? We each take responsibility. While the responsibilities differ, everyone's part in providing access is vital to all athletes' success as a student. As a student athlete, you can intervene and take responsibility, possibly by interjecting yourself into a situation which seems unsafe for another student. Maybe speaking up when another discusses taking advantage of a fellow student. Or even just contacting someone in authority. Consider your resident assistant, campus security, a member of the Title IX team, such as myself or Jessica McIntyre. If you should find yourself or another student athlete to be the target of sexual misconduct or unequal access, you should contact someone in authority immediately. A wealth of resources are available to those in these situations through the Title IX department. Now that we have reviewed how you can take responsibility in these situations, it is time for me to share my responsibility in these situations. The Q&A on campus sexual misconduct, published in September 2017 by the Office of Civil Rights, requires at least one Title IX coordinator to be appointed, with all other university employees holding the responsibility to help students connect with the Title IX coordinator when faced with situations involving sexual misconduct or unequal access. For me, once I have been alerted of a situation involving sexual misconduct or unequal access, I must act swiftly and purposefully to meet the needs of that student, with all actions pointing towards that student's restoration. Needs to be met can include medical, counseling, security, possibly in the way of a no-contact directive, or possibly creating a safe learning, living, and/or social environment. It is only after the Title IX team and I ensure a student's safety has been secured that we can inquire if a student wants to pursue an investigation. While students and athletes are not required to file a claim, the more our office is aware of situations, the more we can ensure the safety of students across the entire campus, as well as the safety of faculty and staff. As a student athlete, you have several choices when it comes to an investigation. Option 1, request for limited action. This could mean that possibly you decide not to pursue anything and just need to take advantage of the resources that we have available through our office. Option 2, open a formal investigation through the university. Now, this is a non-criminal focus and will purposely just look to the policies of the university and if those policies were broken. The last option is option 3. You could decide to report it to law enforcement, and this could result in possible criminal charges. Given the responsibility the university holds to create a safe environment, there may be instances where the university will move forward with an investigation, even if the student opts for limited action. While the student will not need to participate, the university takes the responsibility seriously and will take all steps necessary to ensure the student's safety. The Q&A published in September 2017 that I mentioned earlier states, in particular, when sexual misconduct is so severe, persistent, or pervasive as to deny or limit a student's ability to participate in or benefit from a school's program or activities, a hostile environment exists, and the school must respond. This is a case-by-case basis. Or maybe it could be the result of my office receiving multiple reports about one person over the course of time. Regardless of the circumstances, the school must respond. While it can seem like a lot, if we each do a little and start with doing our own part, we can enjoy a safe, welcoming campus. For more information about Title IX, visit Lee's website and search Title IX using the search engine box in the top right-hand corner. If you feel you have been affected or by one or more of the scenarios mentioned in this video, I encourage you to file a report online by clicking Report Sexual Assault and Misconduct on the Title IX homepage. Or when in doubt, come by my office located off the Ped Mall in Lower Simmons. I'm Amy Ballard, and thank you for listening.